guys, what's up? Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. We are back with our giant freaking land cruiser ship thing. And last episode I got quite a lot of comments, especially about the wheels, and I've done some testing. Mainly I've done like a little creative testing where I removed a lot of the blocks from the wheel well and everything, and that, at least in my opinion, didn't improve speed. What we can do is we can test if all the wheels turn the right direction. However, I will have to say, as far as I remember, the direction the wheels are turning in is defined by the orientation of the cockpit and not the actual wheel placement, I think. So I know that there is essentially, there's left and right wheels, but as far as I remember, they do not really differentiate between those, technically. I'm not even sure why they say left and right, because it's technically the same block, but we can test, I think. Yeah, our drill it has been retreated. Yes, it has. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do, real quick, before I do anything else, we're gonna turn all blocks off except one. And then we're gonna see. So we can see this one is turning into the right direction. I'm pressing W now. Now I'm trying to press backwards and it's actually struggling to brake, but you can see if I press backwards it's trying to go backwards. If I press forwards, there we go, it goes forwards, and there it goes backwards. But yeah, it wants to go forward. Okay, so that's good. That's the first one. Let's just go through these real quick. So we'll turn that off, that on. This one is... which one is this? Must be the one behind it. Which one is it? I cannot quite see which one it is. It's moving me forward. So far, that is clear. I'm just not quite sure which one it is, actually. But it's moving forward. Right. We rolling downhill? Is that a thing? Are we? I think we might be rolling downhill. Okay, strange. But yeah, I think, as far as I can tell, these are all... see, the next one. It's difficult to tell, honestly. Oh, that's this one. Okay, so this one is definitely moving you can see it's moving backwards like this, it's moving forwards like that. It's probably not even touching the ground. That might be an issue. You can see that? Because it can freely move, so it's probably not touching the ground. Which is weird, okay. Then I have to see that we don't roll too far off here. You know what? Let me just turn all of them on real quick. I think we can do this like that anyway. So now I'm pressing backwards, so you can see these all are spinning backwards. And now everything is starting to spin backward, right? None of these is turning into the wrong direction, I don't think. As far as I can tell. The big issue might really be that the ones in the center here do not really have good contact with the ground. That might be an issue. So we kind of have to think about that. Maybe if we rectify that, we might be able to get a little bit more power. Now, let me just figure out which one the center one. So we have obviously the two that are steering, correct? Which are... well, you know what? Let's see. If we just lower them all together with our lowering script. Let's just lower them to the ground quite a bit. I'll have to hammer this a few times. Wheel offset is going down. Okay. That's fairly low already. I agree that maybe when I'm turning, as soon as it starts touching, like, you know, you can see the front there, that it gets slower. That I agree. I think that is absolutely true. No? Right now we're still kind of holding our speed. As soon as I go all the way, it starts to slow down quite a bunch. So there is, I think, something to say about, you know, that. But I think just from the turning point of view, we're good. We in a sandstorm? We might be in a sandstorm. Not sure if it's a heavy sandstorm. Can I display this on here? I should be able to, right? Content script. Weather. Dust. Okay, so this is just dust. That's fine. Okay. But, you know, I've been thinking about how we can make this a little bit faster, and one of the possibilities, of course, God, right now it's really difficult to see anything, isn't it? Yeah. So one of the possibilities, of course, could be that we I think it was also suggested in the comments, by the way, so thanks for that again. So one of the ideas I saw, and one that came to my mind as well, is to slap some thrusters on the back. I think I wanted to go with hydrogen thrusters, but then again, atmospheric thrusters are just as good right now for this kind of scenario. So let me park. Let me actually park right now, because right now there's not much going on anyway. So if we go to our atmospheric thrusters, there's two variants. There's the sci-fi and the normal ones. And go back out here. The question is, where would we put those? I mean, we could probably... I mean, look, there is a quite large area here that is technically not used. So we could totally slap some big-ass thrusters on this. Now, should I put the sci-fi thrusters on? I mean, the sci-fi thrusters look a little bit more dapper. And I think we're going with large thrusters. I mean, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Just freaking go nuts. But I think for this thing, probably these thrusters might even look better. And I might even let them hang off the end a little bit, you know? Have the black part hanging off the end. Kind of like that. Then probably place them either here or here. Something like that. I think that's an idea. Alright, let's get to work. While the dust storm is still kicking, there's not much to do anyway. Visuals are bad, so let's just keep cracking. Alright? This is gonna... I can already tell this is gonna be fun. Okay. Yeah, let's probably not place it too close to the to our turbines, but I think here might be fine. So that's I think 2 of the turbines here, like that, right? Then afterwards we'll also put a housing case where, you know, it's kind of hidden away a little bit. We'll put a little bit of that around. But first we need all the components for these two beasts. Oh, this is gonna be fun. The thing is, I cannot really tell if 2 thrusters is even gonna be enough, but it should at least do a little bit something, right? Okay. Yeah, that will be a few trips. But yeah, that I don't think we can quite take off with 2 thrusters. Probably with that weight that we're lugging around, but they should at least make a little bit of a difference here, right? Oh, they're freaking huge. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Also, I'm looking forward to the inevitable crash that we're gonna have. The thing is, as long as I can basically take my ship back to atmosphere, I'm happy. And yes, that was also said in one of the last episodes in a comment. Technically, going to space, you know, I agree. That's not an achievement anymore. You can literally do it in like, I don't know, half an hour if you're proficient enough, I guess, if you start out. You just need hydrogen and a rocket, essentially. But I was wondering if we maybe want to go to the alien planet and do something on that. Or I was generally wondering if I should do a few different things with Space Engineers, because I've been playing this world for quite a while now. It's obviously it's a vanilla world, pretty much, I think, with exception of I'm not even sure if I have one mod on this one. But I was thinking maybe doing something else, because the thing is, with the settings that I have, it's not really a challenge anymore. Nothing is really putting pressure on me. So I might consider doing like a new start, but with a bit more difficulty added to it. You know, stuff like maybe, you know, asteroid showers, so we have to deal with that. We actually have to like build guns, you know, and also, you know, just add the economy update and everything, because I think on this save, I think I started this one pre-economy update, therefore there's no trading stations on this, I think. So that might be interesting. So, you know, doing a fresh start with like normal settings, then putting asteroid showers on maybe normal, or I don't know what the settings are even. What I'm kind of debating is putting on wolves and spiders, because I have to be honest, last time I added wolves and spiders, it was an absolute menace, and it really destroyed all the fun. Almost quite literally, because they start chewing on your base. And it's, I don't know, it was weird. I haven't played with wolves in a while, so I might need to kind of test out how aggressive the wolves are on the Earth-like planet. The thing is, I have nothing against the spiders on the alien planet, because by the time you get to the alien planet, you should be geared, I think, you know, to deal with that. Wolves always struck me as a little bit too much at the start of the game, you know, because you're basically fresh out of the box, you have nothing, then you're going on a mining mission, come back to your base, and it's being chewed up by wolves because you didn't have Gatling guns ready, because, you know, you didn't have any magnesium. And that's a bit awkward, really. So, yeah. I might have to check if wolves are still so much of a menace, or if, you know, you can actually deal with them. But I would kind of like, especially the trading update, because that would give us some sort of missions that we could strive for. Even though most likely the things that we get from the missions are most likely not really worth it. You know what I mean? But at least we get a little bit of a, like, a sense of progression almost, if that's the right way to say that. But yeah, well, I'm having to think about it, because I'm not 100% sold on it yet. We run out of plates and stuff. Let's see. Still getting our inventory full, but let's see. No, I think Motors. Do we have motors? Yeah, we still have a ton of motors. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, motors actually take up a lot of space. That's, I think, one of the problems. Probably. Take up a huge chunk of space. Still a lot of motors to be done here, and Jesus Christ, okay. Still a bunch. And then some steel plates, and then we're done with one of them. God. We're almost done with one. Okay. See, now it's trying to draw out, I think, steel tubes again for the other one. So yeah, this one is technically finished. This is gonna be so silly. I love it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, inventory's empty. Let's get some more. Get the rest of the steel plates, and then we'll go to the second turbine. Turbine. Thruster. Well, it's kind of it is a turbine of sorts. Don't you say that? You would say that, right? It's a jet turbine. I mean, yeah, right? I'm not completely making this up now, aren't I? Okay. So now we just need to get the gazillion motors again, obviously. That's gonna take a while, but hey, there you go. Also tubes. But yeah, you know, I was just thinking, because of the space engineers, of the missions and stuff to do, because that's what really drew me into that other space game I was talking about, into Avorion, because there's a lot of freaking missions and just random exploration to do, which is kind of sorely lacking in this one. But what I was also thinking, which is kind of weird probably, because I have like 2,000 hours in this game, I actually haven't done much of the scenarios. So maybe if you want to see the scenarios, that might be something as well that we can. Because I can see that this one here, I mean, eventually I'm gonna run out of like interesting ideas to engineer here. You know, because we have, at least on this setting, we have pretty much all challenges conquered. Most likely. So, yeah. Also, you know, maybe if we restart, I might actually use the new automaton stuff a little bit more, because right now I have, like, zero interest in it. On this save, I must say. But yeah. Also, there is, of course, the options of modding. I mean, modding adds a lot to the game, although one has to be fair. Modding also adds a lot of problems to the game. I have recently experienced this again with something called Weapon Core, which is a mod that adds, well, it basically overhauls like let's say the shooting and turret controlling mechanisms of this game, and it makes them a lot better. But the problem is there's a lot of mods that technically would use Weapon Core, but I don't know, a lot of these mods are like outdated or don't work properly anymore. It's really annoying, because technically it's a very nice system. It allows you to easily control like several turrets at once. You can automate turrets to a very high degree, and there's a lot of good, like, or there used to be a lot of good Weapon Core weapon mods, especially a lot of with like basic fixed guns that you can then use to build your custom turrets, which is now, of course, thanks to the turret controller, is a lot easier. So that always was very nice. But again, I run into so many issues with Weapon Core related mods, and I don't know why. It's really annoying. Also, another mod I've been using recently, which adds like a new dimension to the game, is the water mod, which essentially adds water, like actual water, to the game. It's kind of handled in a weird way, but it is interesting. So essentially, you have to kind of create the water yourself. If you're close to a planet, I think it applies it to the closest planet anyway. But yeah, so you have to just put in a command, and then the radius of water it's supposed to create. And the radius is essentially, I think it corresponds to the radius of the planet. So essentially you're covering a certain amount of planet with water, so it fills up from the inside. It's like an overlay. And the water is very interesting the way it behaves, because it it kind of, you can swim in it kind of, but it's more like a, I wouldn't say it behaves like a liquid. It more behaves like a gas kind of, weirdly enough, like a gas feel. As soon as you enter into it, it feels like you're moving through like a gelatinous kind of thing. It's very strange, but it's done very well, and you can actually then build ships. And the way you build ships is you essentially have to have oxygen containers on your ship, which adds buoyancy to your ship, which I find like a very interesting way to do it. And obviously then you have to kind of you have to spread these oxygen tanks around a little bit, because if you have them all in one place, it tends to become quite unstable. And also, if you know, if you get shot, yeah, it kind of ruins the whole fun. Or you, let me think, you don't only have to have oxygen tanks. I think you also have to have like spaces then filled with oxygen, which basically are like chambers with oxygen in it, which add buoyancy. It's very interesting. And you can make like submarines by essentially filling, pressurizing and depressurizing rooms to make yourself less and more buoyant. It's a very interesting system. But, you know, again, it's a very experimental thing, I think, and I mean, it might be interesting. Just in case, if you guys feel like any of these ideas are interesting, if you want to see them, just let me know, because I'm like considering doing like a restart. I guess we could call it a new season, because I think I called this season, because we had 2 other like new starts before this. There we go, now it's spinning. Do we want to like test it out first? I mean, the dust is gone, so that's good, so we have visibility again. Yeah, let's test it. I mean, I'm not sure how volatile this is gonna be, but we'll see. Oh, this gives me an idea. I've forgotten this. Normally, I should put this on any vehicle. A gyroscope. We should put one on this, I think. So, let's just get ton of steel plates here real quick, and then we'll slap a gyro on. You know what? We'll place it down here just for ease of construction. Just put it here. There you go. Get all of that. It's far quicker this way. Ooh, that should kind of help with, you know, weird flippage and stuff like that. Just fill up. Oh, we're out of hydrogen bottles. I should probably fill these up real quick. Yeah, let's go. All the way to the back. Boom. Oh. There you go. Easy. Okay. Let's give this a bash. Shall we? Okay. Are we in park? We're not in park anymore. Okay. Let's go. It's not that much fast. Well, actually, the acceleration is pretty good now. Yeah, okay. And during turning now, I do not really lose speed. Okay, so this works. Now, this will take a lot more power, to be fair. But this kind of works. It's a rocket power car, everybody. Okay, cool. Not quite sure what we have here. If I slam on the brakes, what will happen? Oh, it actually brakes quite quickly. Oh, that's nice. Alright, alright. Yeah, I'll have to... Hold on. I want to kind of deploy my... my turbines. Oh, Jesus, I was aimed right at my frickin'... Well, to be fair, I am out of ammunition, so... I kind of want to deploy my turbines, but for that I need to increase this again to quite a degree so we don't slam into the ground by accident. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, let's see. That'd be good. Okay. Alright, let's lower it down. Oh god, we're far above ground. I'm not sure we can actually make contact everywhere because it seems fairly uneven, the ground, but we'll see. We'll go down low, 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 low. Maybe I should have increased the steps not by 1 centimeter but by 5, but you know. I think none of them is in contact yet, right? I think the back one is not in contact either. No, it's not. Okay. The front ones are going to be in contact in a minute. Okay, the front left are in contact. Front right is in contact. Back doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I don't think I can lower this anymore. Yeah, we're quite off, like, on uneven ground, so I'll take this. Right? So these will provide us power. But this already is enough to supply us continuous power at the moment. That's nice. But yeah. So the turbines work. That was proven. That is a lot quicker now. And it's also kind of funny to have a rocket-powered car, isn't it? Obviously it takes a lot more energy this way, but you know, I mean, we're not like a long-range marathon kind of vehicle, aren't we? So it's fine. So now I'm gonna have like a little bit of a housing for the whole thing. I mean, yeah, that adds more weight to the whole construction, but you know, I cannot just have these like slapped on here with nothing on it. At least like something like this. So it feels like it's connected. You know what I mean? So that is the least I want to do. Then technically you should have like a danger sign in front, because it's gonna suck you in if you run in front of it. That would be kind of funny if it would do that, right? We would just, you know, you would run while it's going, and it would just suck you into the turbine and kill you. That would be kind of funny. Sometimes I feel the game needs to add a little bit more hazards, because seriously, the only time I die in this game is because of my own stupidity, essentially. But yeah, okay. I mean, we can do like a little spoiler thingy, you know, aerodynamics and everything. Put that on. That looks good. Like a shark fin. It's gonna make us faster. Also, if we paint everything red, we're gonna be faster. Right? We just have to believe in it hard enough. There you go. Oh, I didn't weld that. Whoops. But yeah, that's our jet powered propulsion. Now that makes the vehicle a little bit more go, I would say, a little bit faster, a little bit spicier. So I think, you know, again, the whole new start kind of thing it's up in the air at the moment. But for sure, what I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna see if I can break this thing. Essentially, I just want to go. I just want to go fast. I want to be Sonic. I just want to go. Essentially, is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go straight, more or less, and just gonna haul ass through this desert planet or through the Mars planet and see what it takes to break this behemoth. I mean, probably a stone in the wheels, probably, but we're gonna see. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.